Hello. Hi everyone. I was just starting my pre-stream doodle so that stream ain't empty. But yeah, seeing chat is live and well here. Ooh, first time watching a stream from this channel. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here too, Kazoo. Hello. I'm great. I'm doing better because yeah, for those who don't know, this is supposed to be streamed earlier, but then I was sick, so I could not stream, sadly. But now, that's all done now, and that's all in the past. It's time for perspective drawing. Okay. And I'll start in like 3 minutes, probably. So yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's gonna be a great topic today. It's gonna be basic, so no worries. I'm just gonna talk about simple stuff. I won't overcomplicate it. Just so we could have fun with it. So we have near and far. There you go. This is the doodle for today. There we go. Is that the avatar meme? Which avatar meme? The blue one? Or the arrow one? No, 5-point perspective? That's more a Jesse thing. I've never actually drawn in 5-point perspective just because there's never an instance where it's like, I should try 5-point. It just never did. Yeah, hey! Hi. And then... What's up? Oh, yeah. I see what you mean now, where... I know that meme, where Aang is like this. And then it's like Avatar Roku. And then like all the avatars are looking at him, that one. I mean, technically after this lesson you could do that. Like you'll start getting the concept behind it. There. And there. It's supposed to be Avatar. I love perspective. I just can't draw it. Yeah, exactly. I think it's because people just need practice, and like a simple explanation, because I feel like when they think of perspective, they think of something rigid, when it really doesn't have to be. It could be like nice and loose, as long as you know the rules. So that's like the most important part. As long as you know how perspective works, you'll know how to break it, basically. You don't always have to do the classic horizon line, then like draw the lines and stuff. So yeah, I've had a couple streams and videos put out, and yeah, I guess throughout the stream I'll be pointing out which ones would be good. I try not to use... I think you should use rulers though. Hacks, it depends for hacks. There are some good hacks, there are some bad hacks. I'll tell you right now though, Bellis, the worst hacks are the ones that don't explain why they work. So that's how you could tell. The best hacks are the ones where you understand why they work, and so you do them. So I guess you could say that mine are kind of like art hacks, but kind of explain it more. So yeah. But just about time to start. So good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the stream, Wing Canvas stream. It's been a while, so it's nice to see some lovely active names on chat. So yeah, today we're gonna be drawing people in perspective. So the things I want to explain are how to draw people, people of the same height. How do you draw people with different heights? Maybe how do you draw somebody, maybe standing on a pedestal? Like, how do I keep their height? Or maybe they're standing in like a hole or something. Like, how am I able to like keep track of their height? Stuff like that. Those are the type of questions I'll be answering today. And yeah, I'll be looking at some submissions, And oh, I totally forgot. At the end, we're gonna be drawing an ancient ruins style drawing. So, you know, it's good to know the rules, but also it's kind of fun to see them applied. You know, so instead of just having them be just this tutorial thing. But yeah. So again, before we begin, in case you didn't know, our growing community is filled with tons of art nerds, and we art nerds, we gotta stick together. So be sure to check out the link or social media in the description below, and check out our website for class offerings where you can get critique, guidance, and encouragement from our instructors, because we're not just a YouTube channel, we're a school of illustration. So yeah, I teach cartooning and anime. And there, bloop bloop. I want to personally thank our incredible patrons. You know, I see some of you guys in chat, and YouTube members who support us for making free arts education, free content. Members get access to tons of perks like chats with our creators, weekly live critiques on Discord, class recordings, and digital art working files from the streams, and a discount on the classes. So yeah, if you want to support the channel, consider becoming the member, becoming a member. So, loop, loop. Let me clean up my stuff. Yeah. There. And let me get my notes. I'm trying to think of what to start first. Maybe I want to take a look at the submissions actually real quick. There. And there. Yeah, so for those who don't know, let's see. Is my mic muted here? Hello? Is my mic muted here? Oh, it's double now. Oops. I'm just making sure. Audio check. Okay, I'm good? I'm good. And Daisy, no worries. We haven't started the lesson yet, so I'm just taking a look at our Discord submissions, so yeah. Drawing a hand in perspective. Well, we're drawing a whole body for this one, so we'll be focusing more on that. But before that, you know, we have Flame. Flame, he submitted a lot of artworks, and this month's theme is collaborations. So your most colorful artwork is the feature for this month, and I love this. You know, I love the nice teal and the green, and I love the under the tree sort of dim lighting. You know, it's under a tree, and you can see some of the light bleeding through the leaves. It's nice. And he submitted a lot of work, so it's excellent. Ooh, you saw, excuse me, you saw that being drawn? Yeah, live. Right? It's kind of like iridescent. It's kind of like the oil shine when you spill oil on the ground. Iridescent. Nice and holographic feeling. Yeah. It's always excellent. You know, Flame. Thank you. Thank you for submitting. But before that, actually, I want to say more about it. But it's just a really good portrait, really. Yeah, he good. And then this one's Izzy's. So this is their artwork, and I love their really vibrant colors, or how do I describe it? It's saturated, you know, like the skin is pretty red, and then the sky is nice and teal, sort of greenish blue. Like all the colors just work really nicely. Ooh, how do I send submissions? Yeah, it's on the Discord under Art Challenges. So we have submissions every month, different themes, I should say. So yeah, stay tuned. Art Challenges, Greenifer. But I love the pose as well. You know, it's a nice mid-jump pose. And yeah, I just love how traditional it feels. Like it was drawn with oil pastel and colored pencils, so it's always a vibe. You know, I like that too, trying to make it look traditional. So thank you, Izzy. And then last but not least, we have Doodles. You know, this is her artwork. It's very saturated, and it's pretty similar to this pose. You know, like kind of from behind, midair sort of style, which I love. And yeah, it's got a nice rhythm to it. You know, they got the classic square background, square flat color, and vibrant red, and then vibrant blue. It's complements really nicely. You know, it's very vibrant without it being distracting. So that's sometimes people struggle with that. Yeah, Jenny, you should definitely. Ooh, can I submit a colorful drawing, but if it's traditional animal? Yeah, of course. We accept traditional and digital, so no worries. Yeah, and the smoke coming out is a nice nice touch too. It kind of leads the eye nicely to the face, you know? You could sort of see the smoke as like a path to point to the face, which is nice. Yeah, line work, very, very good. That's all I got. Yeah, thank you, Doodles. And thank you for everybody who submitted, as usual. There we go. So yeah, now, it's time to actually do the thing. It's time to talk about the topic at hand, drawing people in perspective. Yeah, so I'm going to start off simple, you know? So I'm going to talk about the simple concepts that we need to grasp, and then I'll show you guys. So first off, the easiest thing, or not the easiest thing, but the thing we should remember is these basics. So, perspective basics. So, it's going to be all about lining up the heights, right? So if you wanted to draw the same person, but a little bit closer in perspective, this is what it takes. So of course, imagine we're drawing two squares, right, in flat planes. So in 2D, now it's easy to tell, of course, these squares are more or less the same height. You know, like if I freehand it. And how do I know it's the same height? It's because they line up, right? Like the ground and the ground, they line up. They're the same height. And then this one, you know, their height lines up. But also, say one of them was elevated. Let's see. Okay. Let's say this one was standing on a pedestal or something. You know, of course, these two boxes are still the same height. It's just a little bit taller because of this pedestal. And so I'm gonna grab cool ruler. Right there I have a ruler. Just to illustrate it, you know. How do I rotate this thing? Oh, oops. That's why. How come? There we go. So this is around, say, let's just guesstimate, like 2.5 or 3 centimeters, right? So obviously, even though it's like a little bit higher, it's still 3 centimeters because it's the same height. Same thing. So now, I know it sounds really like basic, right? It's just like simple logic. But yeah, we're basically going to do this in 3D now. Noink, noink. And of course, same thing if we were to do the opposite, where maybe one of them is like in a hole or something like that. These boxes are of course all still in the same height. There you go. But the question is, how do you get that in 3D space? So that's what I want to answer. There. And so I'll be doing this in 1-point perspective. Again, just because it's simple, but the concept still applies to all different perspectives. There. Iggy with no arms is funny. Yeah, it's the chibi look. But yeah, so now that we have the very basics, right? That's literally all you need to know for now. And then 1-point perspective. There. And there. So I'm gonna start the traditional way where we kind of draw the thing first. We draw the grid and the horizon line first. Because again, we need to know the rules of it. Yank, yank, And then once we know the rules, we'll start bending them and start figuring out how to use it creatively for ourselves. Here we go. So, I'm gonna draw the horizon line here. Horizon line, most important line, always, in perspective. And I have a few videos and streams out, so I really suggest watching those, like the what's it called, perspective for beginners one, like how to draw without a grid. And there's also our 1 point, series, like, or perspective series. We have a whole playlist, so you could take a look at that as well. So if you want more info, basically, but I'll just explain what I need to explain in this stream. So, say for example, the horizon line or the vanishing point is right here, like outside our paper. There. And I'm just gonna draw, say, a square coming from that vanishing point. Just like that. And like this. So this square represents kind of like a bounding box, kind of like a cardboard cutout of our person right there. There. So say I want to draw a person a little bit behind, the same guy, same height. All I really need to do is follow these lines that I drew from there. Oh, oops, let me connect these corners. So what I'm doing is from the vanishing point, I'm extending each line from each corner right there. So now, and then I'm gonna draw person. And actually, I'm gonna do this and this. So now, this is the same person, same height and all. But now I know for sure that their heights are the same. Because we basically did this, this stuff, but in 3D. Ooh. So, it's all about, like, baby steps. We're kind of wrapping our head around the concept first. Yeah, baby steps. So I know for sure that these are the same height because if I extend the line to the vanishing point, they all like line up. They use the same corners. They use the same lines to be constructed. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, work your way up one by one. But then say for example, right? All of these are following one vanishing point, right? So this is if it were following in a straight line. So if they were like, I don't know, maybe kind of like the avatar meme we were talking about earlier. If they were like in a single file line, this would work, right? But what if you wanted a person here that isn't using that vanishing point? How do you line that up? How do you make their height line up? Because remember, in perspective, right, things get smaller as they get further. But since it's not following the vanishing point, how do I measure the same height of this person? So what you do, actually, is this. You could follow these steps. We gotta find the middle of this box. There. So the easiest way to do that is to make a cross and then draw a straight line directly like that. So now we know this is the middle of that box. But this is why I keep drawing the square. I should say square, actually. It's more accurate to say square. But the reason why we need this middle point is because that's kind of like the midpoint, So it's easier to measure like that. So now, what I do is say I want a person right here in this point, right? So what I do is I just extend the line until it touches the vanishing point, just like that. Right there. Or it touches the horizon line, I should say. And then once it touches the horizon line, that's where your new vanishing point is. Vanishing point 2. Because theoretically, you could have like infinite amounts of vanishing points as long as they're on the horizon line. That's the most important part. Keep it on there. But yeah, let's see. What is chat saying? Draw on canvas. Yeah. Yeah, and welcome. Crafts for sure. There. And then where's my ruler, actually? And so I'm just gonna use the ruler just so we could say that we measured it. But technically, it just has to be more or less the same, you know. For example, this square is 1.2 centimeters long. So, let's see. 1.2. So what would be half of 1.2? So 0.6. So there. So now, I am going to draw there until 1. Is it 1.6? Did I say? Oh no, 1.2. Sorry. Yoink, yoink. There we go. Well, actually, that's wrong. Actually, I don't need to do that. I overthought it. I remember what I should do now. Look. What you actually need to do is you just need to line up the corners. I was overthinking it. There. And there. So this new vanishing point that I made is the new thing we're gonna follow. I was overthinking it. Yank. And so now you just have to draw it just like that. And then I'll follow these corners as well. And so sorry, scratch that. I mixed up my explanations. This is all you need to do. Okay. And then there. There we go. Doot, doot, doot. Let me fix it up a little, just so it's cleaner. Because it does get messy. It does get messy when you just sort of freehand it. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, and I think I drew the thing here a little bit too big. Yeah. So now I could draw the person right there. So now I know they're the same height for sure. I don't have to worry about that. Alright. See you then. Bye bye. There we go. So yeah, that's how you draw the person with the same height in a different axis, you know, because this one, they're all like perfectly lined up. So all you really need to do is just keep lining up the corners and you could make a new vanishing point. So yeah. And you could see, right, that I'm being very loose with it. Because I know some, what's it called? Some videos, they'll tell you like how to measure it. You know, for example, like, oh, technically it's 8 heads, right? Like that's how you measure a person. But in this one, I'm simplifying it as much as I can. You know, because all you really need is this bounding box to keep you oriented, you know, so that it's not as confusing. There. But you could totally add that stuff in, you know, it's very modular, you know, you could just add it on if you decide to measure everything piece by piece. Yeah. And here's a fun tip actually for perspective. So if the ground is perfectly flat, right? They're all standing on the same height, same plane. Notice this. You see how in this guy, right? This is the horizon line. The eyes are above it, and then the mouth is below it. You know you're doing it right if it's following the proportions, because you see that the eyes are above the horizon line, and then the mouth is below the horizon line. And it's the same thing for here, if I were to draw it. See? So maybe I'll mark it in green for a second. So you see that the eyes are above, and then the mouth is below. That's how you know you did it right, if they all line up in the same point. in the horizon line in comparison. But again, it only works if they're standing on a flat surface. So remember that though. But yeah. So now, what do I do if I want to draw a person like below and above the normal level? So this is it. Yoink. A lot to process. Yeah, it's okay. Like this video or this stream, you could just replay it over and over, and feel free to ask me stuff, Bellas. You know, everybody, just feel free to leave some questions. Like, I don't want to be just yapping. There. And there. But yeah, in case you guys have questions, just feel free to drop in. Oh, oops. Yeah, that's right. Right. And there. Yeah. Let me drink some water. Yeah, for artist desk, it really is just about wrapping your head around it, because once it clicks, it's over. It just makes sense, and then you could start doing it, and then you're like, oh, what if I try this, or what if I did this, you know? So yeah, that's what I really wanna illustrate. Yoink, yoink. And there. And right now, I'm just using 1-point perspective again because it's the simplest one. Ooh, I might switch over to the sketchbook. Yeah. Yeah, personally, I just got used to digital just because of all the tools you could use. So, yeah. So now, I'm going to try drawing what's it called? A person above ground and below ground. So, there. So, again, I'm gonna start with drawing my regular person using perspective. There. And there. And then I'm gonna connect the corners as well. And in case you ask why I put the horizon line there, or not the horizon line, the vanishing point there, it's pretty random, honestly. Because there and there. I just decided to put it there just cuz, really. Because how do I explain it? Because I don't feel like that's a good explanation. That's just the way I wanted to fade into, I guess, into the horizon. Maybe it'll make more sense once I do more. Yeah. Oh, have you seen that one sketchbook? Yeah, I saw that Starverse. Yeah. Where you draw basically what Starverse is talking about. You have this like iPad thing, and then imagine like a notebook, and then it gets transferred onto the notebook, basically. So like you write it on a tablet. It's pretty crazy. Ooh. Ooh. I just saw that. Illumi. Okay, let me see that. Can the horizon line be outside of the perspective we are drawing? Yes, 100%. So you see this box that I drew? This box that I drew is the paper. Imagine this is like the paper that we work with. And I always like to put the vanishing point outside the paper. Just because, watch this. If I put, you know how like the closer you are to the vanishing point, the more warped it gets? So if I were to draw like a square, for example, you see how warped this is? Look at the angle. It's kind of wacky, right? Kind of like a wacky looking square. So that's why I keep the vanishing point outside, to avoid that distortion. I mean, there's nothing wrong if the vanishing point's like right here, right? Nothing wrong with a little distortion, but it's just a personal thing that I like to do. Yeah, it looks super unnatural. Even though technically it is, you know, it just happens to be like that. Or most of the time, this is the more accurate way to do it. If there's distortion, it's actually like this. Like you could barely see that surface. In real life, that's what it would look like. And then there, and there. That distortion would be like super minimal. Compared to like a building that was like right here, it'd be like this. That would be more accurate. So yeah, you can see that there's less space to work with if it were closer to the vanishing point. There and there. Hello. Hello, Juliana. Yeah. Notice how the same part of an individual. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about earlier, Dahlia. So you could see that maybe if they had a nose there, I'll just say the nose. Look at that. The nose is all touching the horizon line. Yeah. But going back to this explanation right here. So let's just say for easy explanation. There. So say I want to draw a person standing on top of a cube, but I want to keep their height. So first off, let me draw this cube. There. And there. Yeah, the way I'm doing it's very freehand. That's okay. Because you could use your ruler, technically. It would be better, honestly, if you use a ruler. There. Or maybe this is the one I'll do. Like, more clean. Yoink. So 1 second. There. There. Just for the sake of explaining it better. There. Maybe I'll make it smaller, actually. Yoink. There. There. Gotta construct this cube real quick. Yeah, this is nice for you. I'm glad. Because if you don't get something, just feel free to ask me. And again, sometimes it just takes time to wrap your head around the concept. And once you get it, you get it. So that's what I'm trying to do before I show you how to draw. Yeah, and this is also why I picked 1-point perspective, because horizontal lines and vertical lines are perfectly straight, you know, because if it's 2-point perspective, I have to take that into account too, and I feel like it's kind of complicated to explain 2 things at a time, so yeah, I'll keep it as simple as can be. And to show that 1 point, you know, it's still pretty good. You don't need, like, what's it called? No need to overcomplicate it. There. And there. And there. So I'm just gonna darken the outer parts of this cube. Just so it's much easier to tell. And so it's important to draw the interior of this cube, you know, to see the floor. Because say I wanted the person to stand on this point, right? The top of the cube. Right there. So what I do is I draw like a straight line like that. Because this is the floor. Imagine this is the ground that's touching the cube. And so now I extend the straight line touching that right there. So now I know this is like the point, right? So that's like the ground, and that's the difference between the height. So now I'm going to... This is the part where the middle is important. So, trying to think of how to do it. Right there. I'm gonna try to get the middle point of this. So remember how we put a square. So there and there. Doot, doot, doot. So now this is the ground point, like that. And so what we're gonna line up is the middle point and then the ground point right there. Just so we could get the new vanishing point that we're gonna follow. Yeah, and you can see, right? The horizon line can get really, really far with the horizon and the vanishing points. So, bloop, bloop. So this is the other vanishing point that we'll be following. There. And so now, all we really need to do is... Oh. There. Bloop. And then we're going to follow the corners again. Right there. And then you see this line that we drew. There. And there. So now I'm going to follow this and these corners. So there. And there. Then, let me see actually. Oh, this line is a little bit off. There we go. There. And so now, this is where the ruler comes in handy. Yeah, because now we measure it. So it's about 3 centimeters, right? So what we're getting here, the reason why I did this is because I wanted to know the level it was going to be at. So it'd be like right here. And also now I'm going to add the height, basically. So if it's 3 centimeters, let me turn this off. Or actually, maybe I should have arranged the layers a little bit better. What time is it? Oh, I'm gonna go draw perspective. There. So now, I know it's 3 centimeters. So all I really need to do now is put the 3 centimeters on that point, because it's the top part of the box, right? Oh, oops. And then let me clean up my lines a little bit so that not as messy. Oh, I just realized I never even used that layer. Hold on. Just for the ease of understanding. Okay, I'm gonna clean it up. Yeah, I should have I should have been more clean with the way I put my layers. But anyway, close enough. And so now I know it's 3 centimeters. And by the way, you don't literally need to use a ruler, because in digital you can just copy paste the line and then just like transfer it over. But I wanted to do it so that what's it called? It's pretty helpful even with what's it called? Even with traditional. And so remember how I found the midpoint, right? The reason why I found the midpoint is now I could just do this and I could line it up. Oh, I drew on the ruler layer. Okay, perfect. There. And then I'm gonna draw the line right there. And then I'm gonna make it line up to the other one right here. There. Oh, where is it actually? Yank. And right there. So yeah, now I know that these two people are the same height, and all I really need to do is just connect it to other what's it called? Vanishing point, like that. And right there. Yeah. Now, I could just draw the person right there and there. Let me see what chat is saying. I've been yapping for a little bit. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Juliana. I like my music too. It's very nice and chilled. Oh, what's a WIP? WIP stands for work in progress. WIP. So yeah. There we go. So now I know for sure, you know, that these two people are the same height. Even though he's standing on a box, basically. And then it's the same thing for the hole, really. Like if somebody was like down, say maybe like down here, you have to do the opposite. Like you just have to measure the height of the hole and then you do that. So I'm gonna do like another one right here. Let's see. There, I'm gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna get rid of this. There. it's really messy, but then the concept is still there. Let's see. Ooh. What form of perspective does the human eye perceive? I think the closest is 3-point. 3-point perspective is the most accurate, if I remember right. And like if I were to like judge for myself, I would say that 3-point is the most accurate. Yeah, so maybe now I'm gonna try... Maybe I'll just draw a new one. I'll just draw there, and say like I'm drawing a person once more. There. And there. Yeah, and I'm doing it freehand because I want it to be loose, you know? Because it is good to grab your ruler and like make it as accurate as possible, but for this case I'm pretending like I'm just sketching, you know, like for ease of understanding and the quickness of just sketching. Oh, there. We have another person. Yoink. But say they're in a pit this time. So, some sort of pit. Like that. And there. There. Put the vanishing point right there. There we go. So let me lower the opacity so that it's much cleaner again. So now I've learned my lesson on arranging layers. Yoink, yoink. Ooh, let's see. What form of perspective? Have a tutorial? Okay. Had to do freehand in my art class and somehow did well. But after that, I forgot how to draw a good box. Yeah. It happens sometimes. Because that just means you have to remember the concepts, you know? Kind of like what I'm explaining now. I'm focusing more on the concept than measuring it. It's like explaining how it would be. Okay, now I'm gonna put a person like down here in this the square hole. The square hole. So again, just like with the box, I'm gonna figure out that this is the same level. Maybe this is the level I wanted it to be. And then I'm gonna draw a straight line like that. And then from these two corners of the box, like this one and this one, I'm gonna extend it right there. And then where they touch, I know that this is the ground point now. Right there. So now what I'll do is from there, I will find the middle once more. Right, so find the middle, bloop, bloop, middle of this box. There. And there. So I know this is the middle point. And then I try to connect them. Just like that. And you can see it's pretty far actually. So now if I draw the horizon line. Yoink, yoink. Vanishing point's like all the way out here. So now, same old, you know, I connect the corners. There. Connect the two corners. And then I make the line for the square. Then using that, I will draw a new square. There. And then there. And then again, I grab my ruler, handy dandy ruler, to measure it. So this is, you can't see it. There we go. So it's 4.2. So now all I gotta do is I measure 4.2. 4.2 right here. And so now I know if they were down this hole, let's see, and delete that and that, they'd be this tall, basically. There. And then stretch. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted that layer yet, actually. Because now I have to line these up. Actually. There. So there. And then move this layer. More or less. Like, where is it? Then right there. There. So now I know these are the corners of it. Yoink, yoink. Oh, I'm attempting to do 1 point perspective in hopes it warms you up. Yeah, sometimes it does. Here. And there. And hold on. Do a big stretch. And drink water. Yeah, I've been yapping. Here. Should be straight. Nah. Yeah, stay hydrated. Yeah, so now I just draw there. Where's this layer? I guess I could just lower this. I guess I'll use this one. There you go. Yeah, so I said it was 4.2. So now I grab this ruler again. I realize. Get out of here. This is why I don't like working with a lot of layers. So it gets so messy. There. 4.2. And there. So yeah, now, if I were to draw this person, it'd be like down here. And then I could place this and this. So now, this person is now below the hole. Just like that. Even though I use this guy as a reference. So long story short, you know, when you're drawing in perspective, it's basically this first part that we talked about, where it just lines up. We use each other to scale the height. So you use other objects in the scene to measure. So it's the same concept, but a little bit more complicated, right? It's just more what's it called? More advanced way of seeing it. There. It's kind of like how, you know, there's addition and then there's multiplication. They're both pretty additive most of the time, I guess. So I guess multiplication could be subtractive, but yeah, they kind of help with the same purpose sometimes. Ooh, read the drawing of a girl I've been working on. Inspire, yeah. Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Artist desk. But yeah, do you guys have questions, I guess, before I like continue to like the actual drawing? Because I know I pretty much just like illustrated a lot, and I hope it was not too confusing. Because I do want to show how to use this in a drawing, you know, and not just doing this. And what time is it? It's perfect, actually. I have like an hour to do it. But I guess nobody has questions. And it could be about anything, honestly, because now that it's the demo part, this is kind of the fun part. You just vibe. So, also I should do this. I'll clean up this at the very least. Oops. Ooh, I have trouble placing the horizon line. I don't know if you went over that, but any advice on how to place that? Very good question. So, give me a second. Really, the horizon line. I did talk about this in other videos. So let me merge it all. So, oh, actually, before I merge it, yoink. There. So let me do this first. Merge all these messy sketches. Yoink. I'll answer that question in a second. Also, maybe I shouldn't have done that, actually, because you don't see the vanishing point. Yoink. And erase you. There. Good enough. So the horizon line, technically, if you look at it from the side, that's your eye, basically. That's why I like to call it the eye line. It's the same thing. Or, you know, maybe it's the camera lens. So whichever you're using. It's technically that. And so if I were to draw it in an actual thing, you know, if you want to see more of the sky, there and there. Actually, I'll do this first. Anything above the horizon line, you see the bottom of it. And then everything below the horizon line, you see the top of it. Because if we were to draw the square, right? Cube, it just makes sense. You have to look up, right? The eye line, then you would see the bottom of it. And then if you have to look down on it, you see the top of it. And so where you put the horizon line can change a lot. So for example, if it's low, like this, then you see more of the sky, right? You see more like, I don't know, maybe like a blimp in the bottom of a blimp, like that. You see more of it, and then some clouds. Or if it's on the top, then you see more of the ground, and it's perfect for like cities, you know, like kind of like that. Like you see the top of the buildings sort of vibe. But yeah, that's the importance of placement. I stretch. Oh my gosh. Always stretch. Don't sit for too long. I struggle. Ooh. Yeah. So I didn't really focus on proportions, to be honest. In this one, I focused more on height. So, yeah. Because proportions, when you're drawing proportions of people in perspective, it's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. What you have to do is this. So, for example, the square. So first you find the middle of it, like that. This is why I want to skip over it. And then you actually like have to measure it. So say like, let's just say as an example, you have this, and this. So now you make a line, and so this is the head, and then this is the torso, and then this is the legs, right? So now I have to follow like 3 things, like just for the vanishing point. If you really want to keep it like an angle. So now, if I draw the square right there, and I don't know if you guys want to see that, because look at this. Look at how messy it gets, because now I'm gonna mark it in green, right? These lines. Gonna connect it like that, and then like that, and then have to draw the line. I didn't feel like it would be fun to explain too many things at the same time. That's why I didn't explain proportion, just like that, just so you could get the height. And actually it doesn't touch the top of the line, so that means it should be another one right there, or maybe I'll just make it smaller like that. So yeah, that's how you like keep proportion. Does the box shape determine the size, height of a character? Yeah, it's kind of like you put them in a box, and then it helps you think inside the box. It makes it simpler for you, you know? So yeah. What are we gonna draw for the demo? I wanted to draw an ancient ruins, so that was the thing that won the poll a few weeks ago. So we'll be doing that. But yeah, now I start. So just like before, I'm gonna start with a thumbnail. Just gonna draw like a smaller version of it before I even begin. But let's see. I always stick it in the middle, have too much ground. Yeah, Anteater, it's kind of like, it takes practice. So if you want to practice Anteater, you could like grab a photo that you like and be like, wow, I love the perspective of this. Like try to look for the horizon line. And the way you could look for the horizon line is, say you have these like nice buildings, right? Like there and right there. And it's like, wow, nice photograph. What you do is you extend them like that. And then try to see like where the vanishing point is. So for example, like this, you see the bottom of it. And so I keep extending the lines, and then they touch. That's the vanishing point. And then if I extend it, that's the horizon line. So you could find it backwards, like that. And I did talk about it in a video. So there's like how to draw a perspective without the grid. So there's that video. I do just that. So yeah. So that's what I mean, right? If you know how perspective works, you could do it backwards, you could do it sideways, over, under, and you could just kind of bend the rules and kind of just try it. So maybe, let's see. Gonna try drawing some thumbnails now for the ruins here. And again, I'm gonna keep it simple just for the sake of it's for the sake of like demoing it, you know. There, maybe I'll draw like person standing here, and then I kind of want there to be like a lower part right here. There. So there's like a pit or something. Or maybe, actually not a pit, maybe a staircase like that. Kind of like one of those lowered areas. There. And then... So now we have, this is our person for scale for later. And then, what about... There we go. Kind of wanted like a gate. Because I don't know, it's just the standard for like any like ruins, I guess. They always have the gate. Always have to have that. Okay. Doot. And maybe there's like a big broken block right there. And then I want the person to be like standing up there. Maybe. So let's see. What kind of ruins am I gonna draw? I don't know. Just like kind of like it's things that I think of, like broken buildings and all that. Oh, this works with buildings, rooms too, right? Cyberpunk ruins. That sounds kind of cool. I was kind of thinking more like nature-y, but we could try making it like cyberpunky. Yeah, think of a jungle temple. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So I'm thinking like maybe something like this, and then there's like a person up here. And then there's gonna be a person down here. Yeah, that's my thoughts. I kind of don't want to overthink the composition. We'll see. We'll see actually if this is good. Because I don't want to make them too small either. So I wonder if I like... Maybe I'll make the thing longer instead. There. And there. So yeah, when you're planning a background, or anything really, it doesn't have to be just the background, just thumbnail it. Thumbnailing is great. Because you get to see your drawing as you get to see it just overall, you know. Doot. And again, I'm keeping track still of the horizon line, which is like down here. There. Ooh, today's National Shark Day. Ooh, very nice. Happy National Shark Day. There. Then maybe actually, what if I had like a person like really up close right here? I kind of want to do that, like in the camera. So let's do that. I feel like I kind of like this composition. There. Yeah, do that. Do that, Artist Desk. Like honestly, if you're stumped, just do that. Literally, for me, I should be looking at reference, but I kind of just want to wing it because I'm more focused on the perspective part than the designing part. There. And I wonder if I add like more, maybe like a giant face or something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll figure out the background later. So yes, I kind of want person B down here. And so now I'm gonna do a clean version of what I've been doing this whole time. So let's see. Or actually, before that, so this thumbnail, right? What I'll do now is I'll try to get the measurements while it's still tiny. So lower the opacity. And then again, I will do I'll do a much cleaner version now. Like, and there. So our vanishing point is like right here. I wanted it to be right here. Oops. And then this time I'll label it. So guide. Dude. Yeah. And new layer. And now I'm just gonna draw like some of the important parts, like for example this little lower area, I guess. There we go. Lowered. There. And then there. So I should draw the bounding thing too. So 1 second. Yeah, so I'm doing this in, what's it called? In digital, because I could just scale it up. But I think for traditional, you could scale it up with math. So for example, you measure this, you measure everything, and then you scale it up if you use proportions and all that. You gotta do the math if it's traditional. Yoink. Yeah, and I feel like I wanted to do ancient ruins too because it's more organic compared to cyberpunk. I feel like it'd be very angular, very rigid. So there we go. So now we have this lowered area. I hate math. I love math. Yeah, duality of man. So this is going to be our reference person right here. Here. So there. And there. So actually I don't need to connect it. I'm trying to think. So say, how do I do this actually? Because like I want to put him like all the way like up here. Ooh, cyberpunk would also be too crowded. Yeah. Have an idea actually. So I talked about it a little bit earlier, like the proportion thing. But maybe I'll do it just this once, you know, just for the head height. So there. Just gonna draw like a little, what's it called? Just like a little mannequin on the inside so that we have a reference. There and there. Yeah, so I wanted to do this because I wanted somebody like close up. And so I put just a little line just for where the head is. And then there. And then right there to find the middle part. Actually, let me see. A little bit misaligned. Yoink. So yeah, this time I'm actually like measuring instead of just freehanding like earlier. And I'll explain why in a little bit. What about a cyberpunk in a jungle temple? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like it'll have like elements, like glowy stuff. So yeah. And then, yeah, this is the part where you kind of like, I'm gonna freestyle a little bit. Because remember how I said I wanted the person to be like close up right here? So I'm gonna try bending the rules a little bit right here. So maybe not that close. I'll just like kind of like eyeball it. Try putting like a random square. So say I want them to stand here. Maybe. Have to guesstimate. So now I grab... let's see. Where is it? This one. I'm gonna extend it. So... there and there. Bloop, bloop. And I'm trying to think if I'm trying to draw it in a way that I could explain it, because I know for me, I'm kind of used to it, and I don't want to draw something without explaining it. So that's what I'm struggling with right now. Ooh, glory stuff. Oh, glowy. Yeah. Word. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to foreshorten. It's confusing. Yeah, we have videos on foreshortening. I know Jesse has a video on it, so you could take a look-see at that for sure. There. Trying to think. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. You know what? I didn't explain this, so I won't do it. Because I totally could just do it for fun, but then I don't want to do anything that I didn't explain for today. Maybe I'll keep it simple. Yoink. I hate backgrounds. I should draw them more. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe for me... okay, going back. Resets. I don't want somebody to stand, like, down here. So the way I get that... the way I get them onto ground level is I extend this line. Extend this line. So there. Now I know that this line is the height of this floor. And then this line is the height of this floor. The bottom. So... where did I draw this? Okay, there. And so now what I do is I find... okay, the middle. Can do. There. There you go. So now I use the middle. And you can see you can see how far it gets, right? The vanishing point. And then maybe I'll line it up a little bit better. Yoink, yoink. There. So the vanishing point is like all the way over there. And maybe I'll extend you a little bit more. Like that. So let's see. What is chat saying? Ooh. Yeah. Like freehanding it also also teaches you a lot, honestly. Mark it green. There you go. And then line up the corners. There. So now, right there, you found it. And then you, and then you. There we go. There. And there. Now we found the height of the square. And instead of using the ruler thing where I measure it, I'll just copy paste the lines. So what I'll do is this. I'll move it. Oh, oop. These. There we go. I'll just put it down like that. There. There you go. And now I found the height. And oh my gosh. You can see I'm the worst at like layer, just like layer management. I have to delete these one by one now. Oop. Oh. Didn't mean to delete. So now I don't need all these lines. Delete. This is unlocking a whole new level of art. I never used perspective before, yeah. Because yeah, I was the same at first. Because at first I was like, oh man, perspective, it kind of sucks. All you do is like you draw the line and then you do this and that. Like it's so boring. Like yeah, at first it is, but then you have to apply it, you know, like think outside the box. First you think inside the box and then you bring it out. And then see what's inside. Here we go. And now, maybe I'll move this guy a little bit closer, actually. I'll change the composition a little bit. So there. What time is it? And this will be like a painterly style thing, so I'm not too worried about, what's it called? Not too worried about not finishing or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, you never learn something unless you try it. Exactly. Like mechs, like I did not know how to draw mechs, and it turns out it was really fun. I'll show you guys my first mech actually, just to show where is it? Where is that drawing? Yeah, this one was the first one I took seriously. I was like, you know, I want to draw mech. And then this is the second one, right after. Because it's really fun. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to draw it. But they're literally... I was just like, you know, I know how to draw cubes, you know, whatever. I'll just draw like more cubes. And then I draw the mech. Even though I know there's a lot of mistakes in this one. Honestly, like for example, I feel like this could be... It should be more like this. So yeah, little things I could adjust now. But then I applied it on this one, which I feel much better about. But yeah, just draw it, just do it, you know. That's all it takes. You missed the starts. That's okay. Yeah. It's okay. Like you could always just rewatch the stream. Okay. And then there. And I'm trying to think of like there. Maybe some like pillars or something. There you go. And then I want the person to be standing up here. Basically. And like up here. So, there. And there. There. And there. Yeah, so this is one way of drawing perspective, by the way. I'm using the grid first. I draw the grid first, and then I draw the background. Because in the other stream, I did the opposite, where I draw the objects first, and then the grid. So, yeah. This one is, I think, the one that people are more familiar with, I'd say. There. And so if I were to put the thing here, so maybe I'll just guesstimate at this point. So here's like the two ways, right? This one I really measured, and this one I'm like, oh, whatever. You know, middle, more or less. And then there. And there. So now I know this is the vanishing point, and then I just do this. There. And then I follow the corners once more. There. There. So now I know. I just copy paste. Bloop. And now I bring you up here. So now I know that's the height of the person if they were put up there. There you go. And there you go. So yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There. Now we have our composition. Let's see. Oh, the background drawing thing. It's on Discord. Yeah, there's a form. But then I think we could post the form probably later. And there you go. Kevin just posted the link. So what Juliana's talking about is the next stream. It's a future stream. I shouldn't say the next one. It's a future one. But I'll have your drawings and then I'll add backgrounds for them. So yeah. You have to pay for it? No, you don't. Greenifer, you could just submit your drawing on the link, actually. Really? I don't think so. You don't have to pay. Yeah, anyone can submit. Is there something like blocking you? Anybody could. Even like non-subscribers could submit probably if they have the link. There is no gatekeeping happening. What is the background drawing thing? Yeah, so basically Artist Desk, there is a future stream. I grab your drawings and then I draw backgrounds for them. It's a submission, so yeah, submit and I'll pick out of like the hundreds of submissions and then maybe, who knows, maybe you'll get lucky. Can they be any drawings? Yeah, as long as it doesn't have a background. And you can describe to me what kind of background you want to. So like, oh, I want something from space. Hey, Carl. Welcome. There we go. And so now it's time to draw. Finally. Time to just paint. Here. So I'll use yoink, yoink, yoimi, yoimi. There you go. Can we be like surprise me? Yeah, of course. It's just a fun stream, you know? So no need to stress too much about the deets. Actually, I want to ask you guys, what color of the sky do you guys want it to be? You guys want it to be like a sunny day, sunset? Do tell. Nighttime. Let me know so I can accommodate. Sunset? Pink? Okay. Those are colors I like. Okay. Stormy. Sorry. I'll do sunny, since those are the first ones I saw. Yoink. There. What color is this sky? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, and here's another important thing that I wanted to talk about, is because even though perspective is very rigid, right? It's very rule heavy. It doesn't mean that you always have to do it as law. You know, these are not laws. They're guides. They're guidelines to help you be creative. You know, don't let yourself get limited by these. So that's why I've been like, oh, whatever, you know, because I'm not letting it limit what I want to do, which is to just draw, just paint. Oh, not this one. This. And so... Oh, and thank you. Thank you, Wings. Yeah. It's all thanks to the team. Combined efforts. That's very, very nice. And then try... There we go. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll just add the thing afterwards. Color combo is so pretty, yeah. And you guys picked right. This is one of my favorite combos. So I'll probably do like this type of color. There we go. Oh, what color did you use in that sunset pink? So I used like oranges. It's actually mostly orange, to be honest. Orange and purple. So yeah. And there. And right now I'm just kind of like setting up there. And there. Because I do know I want this to be overtaken by nature. That's also why I wanted ruins. Red. Maybe pinkish? Let's see. Maybe not that much. We'll see. I'll probably just do like basic people. I won't do too much detail on them. Here. And then the stairs. Okay, I'm gonna do the stairs real quick. So I'm using you. I'm just gonna maybe I'll just do this. the simplest way. No stairs, just do a slope. I feel like that'd be easiest way. Yank, yank. Little bevel. Just to keep things simple for me. There. You don't have to pay for Google Drive, Greenifer. You can have your own Google account, and then you have like free stuff. So, yeah. There's no need to pay. Because like I've been using Google Drive for like more than a decade now, and I still haven't paid a cent. But yeah, how is chat feeling so far? Do you guys like perspective a little bit more now? Do you guys like still hate it? Yeah, thoughts. Give me your thoughts. And what time is it? Yeah, it is, right? You just have to like get used to it. Yeah, there's a paid version, Colfer, for like more things. Yeah. I think I need more ruins here. Right here. Yeah, honestly, Carl, what Kevin said. Like, don't pressure yourself unless you really want to push yourself, you know? Like, if it's something intentional, then yeah, like, by all means, you know, push yourself to do cool stuff. But if you're just feeling it involuntarily, I don't think you should. You know, you should just chill and just vibe with us. Because, yeah, that's the best way to do stuff. Just to stay in vibe. Here. Trying to think of what kind of people I should design. Because I gotta give it some character. Give me some suggestions for characters. Like, do you guys want it to be like explorers, or you guys want it to be like normal people, or like sci-fi people? Fawn person. Ooh. There you go. Perspective is fun when sketching, then when it comes to rendering and making the current sketch look clean. Yeah, then God, rendering, yeah. Hunters. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I wouldn't call myself a perspective expert, like, by any means. I just know what I need to know. So I don't know everything there is about perspective. I just kind of looked at it and was like, okay, these are the things I like about it. And then I took it away. And now I'm sharing them with you. So that's the gist of it. Yeah. 1920s Explorer. Yeah. So maybe I'll just paint them. So just paint there we go. Just paint the person, and I'm kind of starting off like really light. So let's see, actually. There we go. Maybe not that light. There we go. Do I flip my canvas? Yes, I do. But right now, I'm not really drawing anything that needs symmetry, so I did not. Maybe I'll just draw like someone this. Because I won't put too much detail. There we go. So you guys said explorer. And yeah, this is what I mean. Like earlier, right, in the demo, I kind of showed the box as something more like meaningful. But then in this one, I'm kind of just winging it. I'm just using the box as a what's it called? Just like a bounding box, a guideline. Because again, it's not the law. So there. And then let's see. Technically, it's still the height of the person. The height is just making them a little bit taller. I don't know what kind of beard. Kind of want to add a beard. So there. And there. Ooh. I limit myself by limiting with very limited brushes. I mean, yeah, for me, I've just been using one brush, so I get what you mean. There you go. And then give him some pants. And then some black shoes. I'm using Clip Studio. Yeah, that's right. I've been using Clip Studio since, what, 2014? So it's been 10 years? Yeah, I love Clip Studio. It's very, very good software. And then... And by the way, this bounding box, right? I'm drawing this person more or less standing upright because this bounding box represents a standing person. So if you wanted to draw somebody squatting, for example, you could probably guesstimate that they're half the square, you know? So for example, I'm going to do like somebody like doing the squat like that. And then there. So you can see that they're half the bounding box, right? Because it wouldn't make sense if you use this bounding box like this. Like you drew like a gigantic squatting person. So that would mess with the whole what's it called? The whole balance of everything. Now you just have a gigantic man. So remember that. The bounding box. So if I wanted to draw this guy sitting down, it'll probably be like half the size of the box. Because this is the standing height that I established. So that's why. Yeah. But I'll probably do like another dude here. There you go. Yeah. And honestly, it's not even about how long you use it. It's just more about getting used to it. You know, like once you get used to it, it becomes much easier. Uy, Philippines mention. Well, is Procreate a one-time purchase? Because Philippine economy is a cruel monster, indeed. It is. Procreate is one-time purchase. Here, I want to draw somebody waving. Let's freaking go! Philippines. Nagtagalog. So funny. There. And then, let's see. I want brown shorts. Yeah, right? Like, subscriptions are the worst. You mean to tell me I gotta pay over and over again? There you go. There. What time is it? Okay, we have about like half an hour. So there you go. There. And then let's see. Unfortunately, oh man. All right, Anteater, thanks for joining. Thanks a million. Hope you had fun. There you go. And there. Probably add like boots. There you go. And I drew on the same layer. Oopsies. Yeah, so I wanted to go for like a more painterly style because I couldn't be bothered for line art. Or like adding beats. So yeah, there you go. And maybe the head's a little bit big, but I'll adjust that right there. Yeah. Yoink. Then I'll add giant ponytail. Maybe not. Maybe not that big, but there we go. And there. Oh, I merged it again. Oopsies. Yeah. So now, time to draw the person up top. Kind of wonder what good the design would be. There you go. I guess I'll just draw maybe somebody T-posing. Kind of like the Christ the Redeemer statue. Maybe they're like T-posing down up there. Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil. Yank, yank. Ooh, while you create your painting, I'm gonna be... Ooh, let's go. Full world. Then maybe I'll give black hair. Maybe I'll make their hair flow actually in the air. Because they're all the way up there. Yoink, yoink. There we go. And there. Yeah, and again, let me turn up my sketch just to see. Okay, maybe I need to shrink this person down a little bit. Because again, I'm using the square as like a guesstimate for the head height. So I think I don't need this anymore. And then, trying to think of like other explorer outfits. Maybe like a jacket this time, leather jacket. Black leather jacket. There. There. And there. And then white. There you go. Yeah, of course. I always post the final in the Discord, so there you go. And there. What time is it? Okay, we got about 20 minutes. So lots of time. There we go. And then shoes. So there you go. Now we got our people in perspective. So now I'm pretty confident that these guys, you know, I guess they are all the same height, you know? So technically, if you made them stand up all here, like right next to each other, they would all be like the same height. So if you want to draw them in different heights, you have to establish it. So remember how, let me grab it again. There, not this one. Where'd I put it? Is it this one? Yeah, okay, there we go. So remember this one, right? This simple concept that, you know, there's the same height, they line up. But if something's a little bit taller, then you have to take that into account right here. But what's it called? The process is still the same, pretty much. Oh, somebody has to go. MM has to go. Alright. Bye-bye. But, yeah. There. And then I'll probably focus on the ruins part. Where is it? The grass. There. And there. So I'll probably like do this. Yeah, so far I kind of like this composition that I did. Honestly, I could keep adding more people, but I will not. I'll keep it all balanced. But hopefully you guys can see how to use it for your own once you learn it. Let's see. There. There. But yeah, what else are other people in chat doing? I wonder. So, vibe check. How are you guys doing? Just gonna make the colors more vibrant. Just drawing your comic, yeah. This vibe. Yeah, sounds nice. Yeah, honestly, the last thing I read was Dungeon Meshi. That was the last manga I read. That's okay, following along. Alright. Ooh, looking through my files. Drawing your OC for the background thing. Nice. Dungeon Meshi. Oh, Dungeon Meshi. You guys are ready, by the way. Like, for the stuff coming. If you've read it, yeah, there's so much, like, unexpected story, like, stuff. Story beats? I don't know. Like, where the story turns. Dungeon Meshi mentioned? Yeah. Yeah, it does. It's probably one of the most unique stories I've read, I'd say. There we go. Like Spider-Verse. Wait, let's see. Just love creating... Yeah, art styles collide. Yeah, I know what you mean. Love Spider-Verse. Yeah. For sure. There. And there. Yeah, right? And not to mention the art is really good in Dungeon Meshi. It's gotta be up there and one of my favorites. I love the way all the races are drawn, all the people, while still being, you know, anime. Because people like to criticize anime, being like, oh, safe face syndrome. You know, it's all the same, but Dungeon Meshi, you know, it gets it. So there. Oh yeah, because it got delayed, the Spider-Verse sequel. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, the concept art. There. Oh, let's see. This needs shadow. Then I'll probably just add some beats on here. I think this is the part where it would be kind of useful maybe to turn this on again. And then add some beats. There. Using the vanishing point to sort of draw the thingy. There you go. And then turn this off. There you go. Just to add like some sort of grid pattern. Oh yeah. Excuse me. And then I guess another thing to share. I've just been playing Final Fantasy X, because I played the expansion for 14 already. Dawn Trail as a Pictomancer. So it's fun. I really liked it, but I've been playing it for like months, like almost every day. So I'm taking a break from 14 by playing another Final Fantasy, basically. Yeah, Titus. Yeah, so far Final Fantasy X has been great. Like I really love it. Like I'm like midway through. I'd say. Ooh, what's my favorite color? Probably blue. Blue or pink is like the two that I usually bounce back between. But yeah. Oh, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, Final Fantasy X and 2. I gotta play. I can't wait to get to what's it called? The second one. Yeah, because I really do want to know. Do they get to Xanarkand? Do they go back? What happens? What happens in the story? Also, I didn't know Final Fantasy X was an isekai, technically. Yeah. Yeah. And Final Fantasy 9. Those are like the only Final Fantasies I played. Final Fantasy 9, 10, 14, and 15. I want to play 16. At some point. When it gets to PC. So what time is it? Okay. Because right now I'm pretty much done, like the perspective stuff. I'm just kind of fleshing it out, you know, making it more lively. There you go. There you go. Yeah, Blitzball. Okay, Blitzball is really fun in concept, but I hate the RNG in Blitzball. Like, what the like, it's kind of easy to break the system of Blitzball. Like, I do love it too, but I don't know, it's kind of wacky, the balancing. It's not very balanced. Yeah. You have to buy the best player. That's probably why, because, like, I remember when, like, in your first game, I saved Scum so many times because I wanted Waka to win. Like, there's no way I'm letting him lose. Like, his team. Besaid has to win. They have to win Blitzball. That's their final their final thing. It's too sad if they don't. I had to reload a save like 4 times or something. Probably more than that. Yeah. Blitzball. You gotta win. And then there. Trying to think of what other. Ooh, play calmer games. Yeah, for sure. They're gonna add more details on the thing here. Maybe add some clouds. We'll see. Yeah, Sky? I see that a lot, that game, yeah. For sure. I'm trying to think of, like, how to make it cyberpunk, but I guess I'll just stick with just ruins. No, nothing too fancy schmancy. Yeah. There you go. And here. What time is it? Okay, 10 more minutes, huh, to touch up this drawing. There. There. And there. Just to, like... Yeah, because now you could see that the perspective stuff is it's way behind me now. It's just the shading that I'm focusing on right now. Yeah, it goes to show that you just need to know what you need to know. There. Exactly. Because it's more fun that way. There. Because we gotta remember that we're learning this to draw something. We're not learning it because we want to, like, know the technicalities, you know? That's just the way I go about it. How I go about everything. There. And then... Yeah, like, a part of me really wants to detail the pillars more, but it's kind of hard. I gotta look at it as a whole. So... Here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, boxes, I'm telling you, boxes are broken. They're just OP. They teach you everything in drawing. So, yeah, learn your boxes. It will really put things in perspective. Literally. There. There you go. And then I kind of want to put more deets on here, on the ground, but... I wanted to do like this sort of... like tile pattern. There we go. Or maybe... maybe it's a grass area. Yeah, I'll do that instead. This is the grass area. The grassy, maybe a little bit more yellow. Yeah. There. So, Juliana, let us know. Yeah, I know you said, oh, we have a video on everything, but let us know what you'd also want to see, you know? There. Because it will really help us out to help you see what you want next. Yeah, honestly, I didn't go too deep into the shadowing either because I just wanted to focus on everything. Just balance it just right. Probably add more like grass or something on the bottom. Just add like hints of green just to make it look a little bit more aged. Yeah, because I got 7 minutes. Dude. There. And then there. And then let's see. There you go. I kind of want to add like flowers and stuff. There. Just like little... Just like little, I guess dandelions? Kinda? Maybe? It's like little touches of thing. Then maybe more detail on the background. Maybe like more gates. That. Then more towers like that. So yeah, it's fun. And this is all just from like a flat perspective. Relatively flat, not too layered. But, you know, it is what it is. And I guess since we're almost going to end, does anybody have like last minute questions or anything like that? Could be anything. Could be perspective, could be funny question. Food? Ooh, I had like before this stream I had a Korean barbecue, but favorite food? Probably something I'm always in the mood for is I guess a good burger, a good wrap. Some souvlaki, chicken souvlaki wrap. Sounds nice. I think chicken. 21. 9 plus 10 is 21. There. Ooh, pancakes or waffles or crepes? Pancakes. How do you... Oh, digitigrade. Hoof legs? I just draw lightning like this. You see the S? There, boom. Digitigrade hooves. And then there. And there. And then... Ooh, tacos. Yeah. Tacos do be good. And then I'll probably add some clouds as well. Where's my thing? What time is it? Okay. There we go. Simple, nice clouds to add. Yeah, see, like, this is why I like painting too. Like, line art can be kind of limiting sometimes to me. So I just kind of... And then I'll make sure to mark the people so that, you know, they know. And I'm kind of... I'm not gonna lie, my head has been empty after we did the demo. Like, ever since we started the demo, I'm like, no. I'm just kind of vibing. Yeah. I just kind of... I don't know. Literally, if you ask me why I did it, it's because I think it looked good. I think it would be fun to paint like this. There. Yeah, and the way I'm painting the clouds, pretty simple, you know, it's like, just like the... I know we have a video on it, like Jesse did a cloud video, and I don't really like using cloud brushes, so I just use my own thingy. Oh, there, and add some more clouds right there. And there. And then what time? Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, I guess man, I gotta put the last touches, I guess. No more. Okay, maybe wrong brush. Maybe a little bit more orange. Actually, there, perfect. There. And then probably something more orange on this character. Just like a little outline. Make her stand out. Let's see. Yeah. There. There. White outline. There. There. And then you. Oh, good group shot. Yeah. There. And then person. Just a little outline so it's easier to see. Now honestly, if I had more time to shade it, I would have loved to, but this is the best I got. What time y'all start next week? We always start at the same time. 3 Eastern Standard to 5? Yeah? 3 to 5 pretty much. But yeah, always remember for this lesson, if there is a main takeaway, it'd be that it's just all about scaling. Like, wrapping your head around the basics of perspective is what you need, and then afterwards just use each of the things you draw, like each cube, to reference each other, because that's the easiest way. It's kind of like your... How do I word this? You're just using them for scale. And it's all about honing that skill and understanding why. Because once you do, once it clicks, that's it. That's all you really need to do it. There and there. You know what? Close enough is what I got. And yeah, so if you wanna support us, you know, so that we could keep making free stuff, you could become a YouTube member, or you could become a patron. Because on the Discord, we have critiques, and you get discounts on our classes. So if you really want to learn more with us, check those out. Check out the links below for our social media. And for classes, I'm teaching cartooning and anime, and I'm teaching camps actually. If you just want to like vibe, it's a camp, cartooning and anime camp, and digital art camp. So I have those classes running. And what else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, hopefully watching this video has been helpful, because yeah, I'm glad you guys glad you guys made it to, because I haven't streamed in a hot minute. So it's good. You know, I hope you guys had fun. And I love how I'm like signing out, but I'm still like adding details to the clouds, but here and there. You know what? Close enough. This is what I got. So yeah, just rewatch this video and remember to check out the other stuff if you need more info. But that's all I got. Yeah, bye everyone. Bye bye. See ya. Bye bye.